Right, here's the War in the East turn that a lot of you wanted to see on the video, and I'll start by quickly going through my lines. As you can see, Leningrad is surrounded. I need to attack one of these fortified regions at the top to free up the Finns. Hopefully I can do that before the snow the real blizzard hits in. Towards the south I have the 3rd Panzer Group behind the lines with a slight bulge around Kalanian. Yeah, that'll be fine. Moscow is about 50 kilometers out of my reach. 2nd Panzer Group is here in the south. Trying to straighten the line out here slowly, but I don't want to go too quickly, otherwise the Russians will get an option to really push against my line. After that it's pretty much straight on down until the Romanians down near Rostov. This is the weak spot of my southern line, but at least I have a Panzer Corps here that will near Stalino, which will help me kick in afterwards. Hopefully it won't come to that, but you know, can't really trust the Romanians in this game. Down near Sevastopol, I'm 20 kilometers from the city, or 2 hexes, but you know, that's going to be interesting to see if I can get there or not. I always like to go north from south, so I'm going to start off by seeing how well I can reduce the the Leningrad pocket. Let's take a so this is a deliberate attack, and it's going to take a bit more than that, so I'll commit another unit and see how that goes. That's fairly good. We've had 30,000 men surrender. Do the same to the next unit on. They've surrendered as well. Should be able to remove that with just that unit there, because a stack of 2 units. So, my first 3 attacks of the turn, if I go to casualty screen, have cost the Russians 63,000 men. Not a bad start. Let's advance forward and see what we have. So I can't attack over the river, but I can make a hasty attack on this unit here, which they hold. Those can't move. So if I see about putting 2 units into attacking here, that's another 25,000 surrendered. I don't expect this one to succeed, but yeah, they've got a good CV there. Right. Get everyone who can in a bit closer. Last thing you want is to say. So the second line's got fairly poor CV, but they do have some strong river in between, so I'm going to have to see about reducing them next term. Here I'm having to use deliberate attacks because my CVs are relatively low still, but I should be able to. Yep, there we go. This is fairly weak, and that's the port of Konover captured. This unit, as you can see here, is fairly strong with a 24 defensive CV. I could try a full attack, but I don't think this is actually going to get me anywhere. Yeah, 127, 77 defense off that rifle division. Let's hit them again. Oh, that's actually, I'm surprised they cracked so quickly. Fairly good for me though, because that frees up troops for next turn. Quick look at the casualties, now up to 117,000 for the turn, but that's the bulk of the attacks I can make on surrendered units. Now we're going for the important section of here, where I've tried to get up to meet the Finns. Once again I'm going to hit them with some set attacks. That didn't work. Right, I'm going to have to use these guys. Nope. Oh well, looks like I'm going to have to use my Panzer Division. I didn't really want to do that. Yes, that didn't. That's a classic case of sending in too few forces. Although the CVs are much higher, I haven't turned on forts for this, so let's do that now. These guys have had some time to dig in, and therefore are a lot stronger than they look. Here I'm going to try a prepared attack on this unit. That's them fleeing. Is I can move these guys into here and attempt an attack on here. Right. So if I want to shift anything, I'm going to have to use my motorised divisions. Let's see if they can make any movements north. No. I kind of thought these guys would be quite heavily dug in. See if I drop these guys some fuel, if that helps. No, these guys are out of action. Obviously they've only got 25% of the supplies they need, and they're not going to go anywhere. Could move some up, but that would mean thinning out my line here. So instead I'm going to try and push the Russians back wherever I can. That looks like a weak unit there. There we go. This doesn't really gain me anything long term, but it means the Russians have to move back in to keep my guys in contact, which is always a good thing, because any unit in contact with the enemy at the start of a turn takes attritional damage. So pushing the enemy back. Nah, I'll get a bit greedy there. Oh, only 11 CV. Yeah, that's not going to happen. They should be able to get away with a hasty attack. Routing these units is also good because it disrupts them a fair bit. They've got enough left for a deliberate attack there. I have, but not to no avail. And they should be able to get pushed back quickly. And there I should be able to do with a hasty. No. Right, I'm going to hit those guys with a fall attack. You can see CVs change after every attack as losses and lack of supplies take effect. It's not bad, I'm quite happy with that. Right, I'm going to move these guys up towards the top because I want more troops up north. See, those guys broke that time, that's fairly good. You should be able to knock these guys back with a couple of hasty attacks. As you can see, my CVs have recovered really well. It's combat value, sorry, if I'm using slang and I probably should explain it. It's recovered really well from the winter, from the mud, even if it's not at the height it was in summer. Ooh, shattered, that's good, that's another destroyed unit. So if I want to go back for a longer view of the battle, I can do this way. I've got the combat messages set fairly low for speed. It may be a little confusing for you, but you don't want this video to take forever, and you can always just keep rerunning it if you really want to see what was happening. So this guy shattered, which meant that the unit has actually been destroyed completely. So that's a good thing. Sorry. Okay, so that's the Army Group North done. I've not got any closer to breaking here, which is a bit of a shame to say the least, but I have got a lot closer to Leningrad. Those units are still considered cut off, and I've secured yet another port. Hopefully I can move closer next turn, but it's now looking unlikely that I'll break through to the Finns. Oh, I better move some more Finn units in. There is a chance I want them soon. I'm just moving these guys up to the line. Yeah, that's an automated repair unit there, railroad unit. And that's a locked unit, so I think that's it for the Finns. Okay. This is a new unit I'm moving in. I'm going to quickly send them north to destroy that partisan unit, because I don't want them anywhere near my rail lines. And then continue moving north. I'll send those guys with them. I haven't actually formed them into a proper corps yet, but I think these are all my yep, those are all automated repair, and I already used this one before I started the turn because I wasn't really thinking. If I switch rail repair on, you can see I've repaired these 3 hexes here, which will mean a bit quicker run through of supplies. Right, now we're moving on to our group centre. Here I'm just going to be attacking straight along the line, just hopefully to push back as many Russians as possible. I could be advancing a bit further, but this is really a good defensive position with the rivers, so I just want it clear as possible. Okay, and that was a bit greedy. Ooh, that's a bit stronger. Think about CVs, these are just the average CVs, so sometimes they lie. You have to kind of take a judge. It's not ideal, of course, but okay, you want a bit more over here. There we go. I'm going to keep the mechanised unit off the front line, and so as you can see, these attacks are pretty much costing the Russians, you know, a few thousand men a time, which against anyone else would be fantastic. Misread that one. Right, so what I'm doing here is ordering 3 units to make a solid attack on there. And that forced them to retreat. So I can order multiple people to attack in either hasty or fixed positions. This is the front of Moscow. As you can see, I'm probably going to be able to get away with 1 or 2 attacks here, which I'm probably best off attacking there. There we go, routed a unit. Try and get these 3 to attack. This is also good for destroying up their forts. I'm not attacking these 26 guys, but I will smash out these 8s. You can see my fortified line here, which is a little closer to the front than I would like, but what are you going to do? Everything's a little closer than I'd like.